everyone, welcome to this week's Trimcraft Tuesday video. This week I thought we would take a little break from the Christmas crafting and do some scrapbooking with first edition Forever Free. Don't get me wrong, I love my Christmas crafting and I love all my Christmas products, but I've got these beautiful first edition pads and I just need to create with them so much. So yes, I am starting this scrapbook layout on a white background and just doing some classic distress oxide packaging technique for a little bit of colour in the background. Nothing groundbreaking, something I do all the time. I think the colour I'm using there is worn lipstick, I think, which I kind of regretted. I wish I'd used spun sugar, but I think I didn't do that because one time I used spun sugar on a layout, it really didn't, like, the colour didn't come through at all. But yeah, and then I'm going in with peacock feathers, question mark, for some green splatters. And then once all of those are on there, I'm flicking on some gold Heidi Swap colour shine because I wanted gold splatters underneath sort of the main thing that I'm going to do on this layout. So once that's all sort of splattered on there, I'm going to set it aside to dry. And I have cut on my silhouette this cut file of like these sort of hanging heart garlands. I think it's a Paige Evans cut file, but I could be wrong. It's been in my little, you know, silhouette library for a while now. But what I'm going to do with these, unsurprisingly, is back each heart. And what I'm doing is I'm choosing 2 papers per garland or 2 patterns and then alternating patterns between each heart. So on this one, for example, I'm using this black floral paper and every other heart is going to be that. And then I'm using that sort of scrap you can see at the top right there, which is a sort of lovely cream with pink and green florals and leaf patterns on there. So that's what I'm going to do for a while. So I'm just tracing around the back of the hearts, cutting them slightly inside my pencil line so that they don't stick out the back, and then gluing them on one at a time. And don't worry, I am not going to make you watch me do all that because obviously it took a while. Not the most complicated cut file I have ever backed, but yeah, all those hearts took a little bit of time. So as I said, 2 papers per garland, as it were. I think I might have used one twice though. Yes, I think I did. But anyway, there's all 5 of them on there. And then as I was putting them there, I was just like, it's not right. I don't like it. It's too... To be honest, on camera it doesn't actually look as bad, but in person it just didn't look right. It looked too floaty or whatever. So I decided to take a darker paper from the paper pad and just back my whole layout with that. So I've chopped like 1/2 inch off the layout, and then I'm just gonna gut that black paper there and use it as a border. The picture, by the way, is a picture of me and my bestest friend Alice. It's quite an old one. It's from 2017, and annoyingly it's not really the most flattering picture of me, but Alice looks really nice in it, and she's wearing a floral top which goes quite nicely with scrapbooking with this paper pad. But just, yeah, my face is a bit weird in this photo. I'm one of those people where when a camera gets pointed at me I just kind of freeze and I don't know what to do and I don't know how to smile and I don't, anyways, so I just end up looking really strange. But anyways, yes, I have, once I've got my layout main white paper onto that border, I am really ruffling up all of those edges and ripping them a little bit so it looks really nice and distressed and everything. So my initial plan for this, the hearts and the cut file and the photo and everything, was to have like them going over the photo kind of thing. So I was going to put this one in the middle down flat, then put the photo down, and then put the hearts over the top. But that didn't quite look right, and I will talk about that when we come to it. But I'm just going to back my photo there with a mix of a black paper. I'm using the same one that I framed the layout with, but with the slightly smaller pattern. I think that works quite nicely, sort of tying the photo together with the border. I'm also going to back with a layer of white tissue, and then with one of my favourite papers from this collection, the really bright floral one. There it is. Isn't it beautiful? I love it so much. But yes, the reason I wanted to scrapbook this picture is because my bestie Alice, there's just something about the Forever Free paper pad that just automatically I think of her. I think it's because it's got so many beautiful bunnies in it and it's very much her kind of aesthetic and style and stuff. So yeah, and she's a bunny girl. She has a beautiful bunny called Angel, a big white bunny called Angel, who kind of looks like the bunnies that are in this paper pad. So yeah, just Forever Free and Alice, just, it was necessary. But there I was testing out putting the heart garlands over the picture, and then I was like, yeah, that kind of looks like we're in a cage. And then I thought for a second, maybe I can do that and make some sort of hilarious title about, ha ha ha, Alice, you are stuck with me forever in our cage of friendship. But then I realised that would be a terrible idea. So I went not with the cage idea, and I'm putting the rest of those heart garlands up on little foam squares. So yeah, lots of nice dimension there, and I'm going to put the photo across the middle there, so there's still one garland in the background, sort of flat there, and I'm putting foam on the picture in the right places, so you know it all lies at the same level and stuff, and down it goes there. It's also in the center of the layout, which is not something I do very often. No. Still felt a bit weird, I'm not going to lie, but I think it was necessary for this layout. It needed to be in the centre. Anyways, I was just going through some of the sentiments that are in this paper pad, and the 8x8 ones I'd cut a load out for another project, so I've gone through those, chosen some ones to use, and then I am fussy cutting some bits and pieces from the 12x12, the little bunnies, because it was, as I was saying, I needed to use bunnies on this layout because of Alice. And then I've also fussy cut some of those florals from my favourite floral paper. Just a warning, they are not easy to fussy cut. That is not beginner's fussy cutting, that paper. I mean, it's lovely, but it was not the easiest fussy cutting I've ever done. But worth it, I think, because they look really, really, really pretty. Now, from here onwards, it's just a whole load of embellishing. I'm using that little cutout sentiment there that says "you're the best." I've backed that again with the tissue paper to sort of tie it in with the photo, and that is going to be my title. I did have that love up there, but I decided not to use that. Looked a bit weird. I've also die cut some butterflies. You can just see the die there in the top left, so there's a bit of glare, so you might not be able to see it. It's a new Simply Creative die, but yes, die cut some little butterflies. Thought those would look quite sweet, just sort of going on all those little hearts, kind of like the heart garlands are almost like branches or trees or something like that. So lots of little florals and things going down in amongst those, and lots obviously around the picture. So yes, many florals. And oh, the little bunny there on the yellow circle, again, that's from the sentiment sheet from the 8x8, and I really wanted to use it because, again, with the bunnies, but just it was not right for this layout because it was yellow and I didn't really have any other much yellow, shall we say, on there, so I decided to not use it, but I really wanted to. Anyways, I did keep going back and fussy cutting more florals because I just wanted more and more. And then I've used this little thing again from that sort of sentiments page, and using this kind of, not really as a journaling spot because I'm not actually doing any journaling, but I'm adding the date and a little you and me stamp from a roller stamp and just a couple of little pretty florals there. And then again, adding my fussy cut florals because they're so pretty, and also kind of covering up where I did a bit of dodgy stamping on that, but I thought it just helped balance out the layout down at the bottom there, just have a little bit of information, minimal information about the photo. And then, surprise, I'm finishing with my Nouveau drops and my Trimcraft pearl effects. The Nouveau are the jewel drops in pale periwinkle, so those are the ones that kind of dry a little bit clear, but with a little bit of colour, so those ones are a lilac. And then I'm adding the black Trimcraft pearl effects. Some of you might be going, eesh, black is not right there, but I've got quite a lot of black on this layout, and I thought, yeah, those little bits and pieces there do kind of help. I don't know, it was just needed, and I think it works, so there we go. Just tap in those from behind to level them out, and my layout is finished. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I will leave links to where you can get this absolutely beautiful paper pad from, and I'm not just saying that because design team or anything. This paper pad is genuinely blanking gorgeous, really, it is. So you need to get your hands on it, or just go stare at it in the range or something. Okay, I'm babbling on a little bit, so I'm gonna go. Links as ever in the description. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments. I'm now going. Thank you so much again. Bye bye.